Hey everybody, how you doing today? Welcome to the Bizarre and the Unknown. Um, Today we're going to go over some of the Native American creatures. Um, it's looking to be it's going to be an interesting one. There's some I haven't heard about, so we're going to learn them together today on today's show. So let's dive in. Hey Don, how's it going, buddy? I'm looking a little scruffy. I just got out of the woods. I'm putting some videos together. I realized, hey Amber, I accidentally uploaded some videos onto the wrong YouTube channel, so I'm in the process of deleting those and moving them back over to the correct one. So yeah, it's I'll have a couple of them up. One video is going to be just a video of some of my game cams of the deer. The other one is when I just got while I was out in the woods. Now, um, if you guys didn't catch it this morning, hey Melissa, I had last night. I was up late. That's why I overslept and was late on the Williams show. Hey, Miss Moon, and I thought I caught some samurai chatter last night. So I came in here. I grabbed my little audio amplifier, stuck my recorder to it, went out there. I haven't had a chance to go back over that recording yet. I need to do that some more. Um, but I decided to go out today and look in that general area. Well, I did find a few interesting things while I was out there. Unfortunately, my GoPro on the front, for some reason, stopped recording. I don't know if I accidentally hit the button or what I did, but it had stopped recording. Luckily, with the possible footprints, some tree formations that I found, I don't know what they're from. Even a stump, but I absolutely cannot figure out where this stump came from. Hey Kim, um, I took pictures and videos of those, so I'm uploading those onto the YouTube channel now. The stump, man, I can't. My first thought, okay, tornado brought it in. Look up the tree canopy. There's nothing broken, nothing moved where it shows that it came in. I can't explain that. I was like, okay, well, maybe the creek brought it down when it was flooded out from all the rain. Well, it's going against the creek and not with it. So, and plus it'd have to go through a tree. And so that kind of alleviates that. I was like, okay, maybe it rolled down the hill. Well, if it had rolled down the hill, it would have had to go through a tree too. So, hey, Ida, I can't explain it. So it's it's pretty interesting stuff I found. Ain't more than about 5 minutes, I think, worth of video and pictures, but I found several possible footprints and some other odd stuff. So they're uploading. Make sure I didn't miss anybody here. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about some of these Native American creatures that's found as talked about in legend. Some of them you're going to know. Some of them probably not. I know some I didn't. And as usual, I'm going to jack the names up. But I did add some in here that we do know, just because that's what a lot of what people are familiar with. And first one we're going to talk about is the Ogopogo. I'm pretty sure most of everybody in here has talked or has known or heard something about the Ogopogo. So and it's a lake monster whose first appearance in the stories of the Shuwap and the Okanagan First Nations of the Canadian area in modern day British Columbia. The creature is said to live in the Okanagan Lake and is described as a large serpent with a dragon's head. Um, they call the monster Niataka. And hey, Michelle, how's it going? Which means water spirit or water demon. While the origins of the name Ogopogo is disputed, the Ogopogo is said to be to demand tribute from anybody who wants to get on the water and cross the Okanagan Lake. If you don't give it an offering, it's said to capsize your boat and cause you to drown or almost drown. There is reports of people barely making it back, but a lot of times It is a common theme for when people disappear out on the lake that they didn't pay tribute to Naitaka, and he flipped their boat and drowned them. Uh, Native Americans would bring small animals to sacrifice to the lake before crossing, and there are several legends concerning the unpleasant fate of those who refused to believe in Ogopogo and wound up drowning or nearly escaping death. Um, like many other Native American creatures, Ogopogo served to remind the people of the power of nature and how it is used how it should be respected. Sightings of Ogopogo are still reported in present day, as recently as 2018, with the descriptions of the giant water snake matching those of the ancient legends. Oh, are you Miss Moon? Have you been up there to try to find Naitaka? I'm curious about that. I know I want to. I'm going to want to. I love that kind of stuff. You know, I love Native American lure, all the myths, the folklore, the legends. I love all that kind of stuff. So, man, that is definitely right up my alley of places I want to go and check out. But so, if you're a few hours from there, Miss Moon, what kind of stuff are you told up there? I'm kind of curious about that too. Taking a ferry out there, never looked though. Oh, okay. Did they talk about it quite a bit in your area? Just out of curiosity. What are you doing, you crackhead cat? She's over there getting into something. Hey, get out of it. You don't need to be in there. Come on. God, if you guys can hear that, I'm sorry. She sounds like a bull in a china cabinet. Baby, get out of there. Get out. You don't need to be in that. I said get out. Give me a second, guys. I said get out of there. You don't need to be in there. You're being a little pain in the butt today, not listening. Sorry, she's in one of those moods where she don't want to listen today. But they have Chessie of Maryland for the Bay, similar. Yeah, I think I've heard of that. Amber, I think I have. Oh, thanks. Sorry again, I was late this morning. Man, I was up until two this morning trying to capture that stuff I was hearing last night. Yeah, Michelle, female and a cat. So this is the interesting thing about Ogopogo is it's not just in Okanagan Lake. There's stories all over the world of this type of creature. Um, it's a lot of times they're described as the was it the plesiosaur, if I remember correctly. Um, so I mean they're all over the world. It's nothing new. I've never personally seen anything like that. I mean, when I was a young pup in up in St. Joe, Missouri, great grandpa used to tell me stories of a river monster up in there, but it wasn't like this one here. Thank you, Kim. I try. Sometimes it's a quick put together stuff, but I try, Kim. Thank you. Um, but yeah, so the next one is one we're all familiar with, and that's the Skinwalker. And I ain't going to say the name too often, especially after this winter with the mistake I made with one of them we're going to talk about today, which I'm not going to say name until that point because I'm trying not to say it too many times. So for educational purposes, we're going to say SW for this cat. So the SW is a shape-shifting witch of the Navajo who existed only to do harm to others. And why are you doing this now, stream? Daggone you, get down. SWs are understood to have once been shamans, people of significant spiritual power who choose to use their gift for evil instead of good. The simplest definition of a SW is drawn on popular non-Native American culture. Would be someone who embraces the dark side of the Force in the Star Wars franchise, known as the Sith. Um, SWs can assume the shape of any animal or human they choose and might also possess someone in the same way as an evil spirit, ghost, or demon who is was thought to do. The Navajo name for this entity translates as by means of it, it goes on all fours. Due to the due to its taking from the form of an animal, and this is why. Hey, David, how's it going, buddy? Hope I'm missing. Yes, like Nessie, Cynthia. Sorry, let me get caught up on these chats. I'm sorry, guys. I got a little behind there. Um, yeah, it's like Nessie and a lot of the other ones. These river monsters, these lake creatures they're found all over the world, and a lot of them, if you actually listen to the descriptions, they're very similar. Colville Indians in our area talk about the Sukum and Ogopogo. Sukum. I've heard Sukum, Miss Moon. I've heard that one before. You could be right. I know that name sounds familiar, Don. I've heard of it before. I just can't remember what it is. I'll have to look that up in a minute. I'm trying not to put too much strain on my internet because I've got two YouTubes going up right now because I'm trying to transfer videos. I accidentally posted them on the wrong one. So I'm trying to get them over there. Saw footprints on North and South Sukum Lake. No kidding. You talking about Bigfoot footprints? Oh, hey, Twisted. How's it going? Buddy, you're making this a pain in the butt where I'm trying to hold you up so you don't fall off my lap. Um, it can take the form of any animal. Whatever shape it chooses is never good, as it is difficult to detect a SW. They are understood as among the darker side of things. Hey, Freaky, how's it going? Um, I don't think we really need to get into a whole lot on the SWs. I mean, we're pretty familiar with them. A lot of channels talk about them quite a bit. Ozzy Sue, it's good to see you. Um, so we're going to hop into this another one, and this is another water monster, another serpent, and they're called the Great Horned Serpent. Yeah. I was kind of worried about that. I just got out. I literally just got out of the woods. I'm still pulling ticks off of me. Man, the skeeters. Gosh dang, the skeeters and ticks are thick right now. But it didn't rain on me the whole time. It looked like it was. It's cloudy as all get out here, so it's freaking to dump on us. So this great horned serpent is the sort of the it's known as the serpent or horned serpent, and also known as water serpent. Um, is a common it's a common legend of all Native Americans nations in the North America, whether it's the Ogopogo or the flathead monster, the crystalline Uctina of the Cherokee, and the great horned serpent of the Sioux and other Plains nations. Serpent Mound and archaeological sites in Peebles, Ohio. Peebles, maybe that's Peebles, Ohio. Attributed to the Native American cultures of the Dina or Fort Ancient, maybe in a maybe homage Hey, Straw Dog, how's it going? Um, homage, to their own version of the horned serpent, who always possessed magical properties and often, thought not always, symbolized transformation. Serpents often serve as a omen, basically, in Native American tales, but are not always malevolent, as they sometimes appear as challenges a hero must face in attaining a certain goal. The great horned serpent, however, always appears as an adversary of the thunderbird, as the thunderbird represents order, light, birth, growth, and life. The great horned serpent symbolizes chaos, darkness, and death. So you're seeing here that there's more than just Roxanne. How's it going? Oh no, that I hate to hear that. I'm glad you got it fixed though. That sucks. I hate hearing that, Roxanne, but I'm glad you got. There's no worries that you're late. Trying to look here. Um, so you're seeing yet again amongst some other ones that these serpents, these water serpents, are known all over. I mean, and like I said earlier, it's not just the Ogopogo. I mean, it's not here in just U.S. It's all over the world. They've got these similar creatures. She used a lockpick, freaky. This next one, man, this is one of them I haven't heard of before. The name is long. It's going to be difficult for me to do, but we'll get her done the best we can. Oh, hey, Kevin. Let me get a drink for this. What are you doing, you crackhead? What did your deal today? Where'd you go? Stay out of my boxes, man. Hey, stay out of my boxes. You don't need to be in there. Oh, don't cry to kiss my butt. You don't need to be in my boxes. Hi, she's being a pain. Uh, so what's I want to try to here. I'll put the name in the chat because I know I'm going to booger this baby up. Well, it will do what I want it to. There you go. I am in control, not you. Let me do what I want to do. Thank you. That's the name there of this next one. It's long. It's going to be Kat Shi Tushiluku Tushuku. That's probably the best I'm going to get her, y'all. No, I'm just a hillbilly. It is a gigantic, stiff-legged, hairless, human-eating bear whose legend comes from the Penobscot Nation of the region of modern-day Maine. The monster is described as immensely large with straight hind legs and cannot bend. It crashes through the forest walking upright, and as it can never lay down since it cannot bend its knees it to rise again. It sleeps leaning against trees. As it is so large, it is often mistaken for a giant tree and overlooked until it swoops down with its gigantic paw and grabs its unexpected prey for a meal. Its name literally means stiff jointed bear, but scholars do not agree on the origin of the creature or why the Penobscot would imagine such an entity. According to some, so they, it's yet again scholars. They can't figure it out. Which who gives a crap about scholars? But I put that in there because we got to understand how these mainstream people are trying to do it. Trying to uh, yeah. I try not hard not to do that, freaky, because it is, yeah, it's interesting. Some of these names, y'all, man, it's an earful. Uh, Michelle's got a question here. What think if you're spraying saying parasites come out of giant creatures that died? That is Roger with Mud Fossil University talks about a lot of that stuff, and I can see that where it's. I can see that. I can see that being a possibility because we know that some of these giants are just humongous. Hey, Cynthia. Um, oh wait, I caught you earlier, didn't you? I was hoping I hadn't forgotten anybody yet or missed anybody. Yeah, yeah, like the walkers on Star Wars. Yeah, I mean that's a, yeah, a great point there, Cynthia. Yeah, they're kind of like them walkers on Star Wars, except the walkers can bend theirs. Oh, did I miss somebody, Roger? Did I miss a Roger? No, I don't see it. I'm still trying to get used to this new system. Um, so I mean that's yeah, I've heard somewhat a scuttlebutt of this thing, but I didn't know its name. So I don't know if it's if it's what I've heard before or not. Um, Either way, man, can you imagine walking through the woods up in Maine and having that thing come down and get you? But you see it here, just like I put in here, how a lot of this mainstream scientists will try to write things off all the time, and that's their main deal. Is that they don't want you to know what's out there, and that's why I put that small little part in there of what they talk about it. Um, but this next one here, this bakwas, um, yeah, well, that's good. I had me a little bit of rib tip, but for the storm came in. What are you cooking tonight, Twisted? I was in the mood for some fatty meat today, especially being out there in the woods. The bakwas, it's also known as the bukwas. Oh, I missed it. Tina, I missed you apparently. I didn't see you in here. Am I not seeing all my chats? Well, if I'm not seeing the chat, oh, there you are, Tina. Hey, how's it going? No worries. I'm sorry, I'm missing a lot of stuff. I'm trying to get used to this new platform I'm on. I'm on Talk Studio now. Oh, jalapeno cheeseburger. Hey, y'all, we're going to Twisted's house after the show. Yeah, definitely going to Twisted's house. Can't pass up on jalapeno burgers. Man, I got jalapeno relish. I got diced jalapenos. Man, I eat jalapenos a lot. I love jalapenos. Um, no, you're not that late, Tina. You're not that late. Come on. Oh, yeah, man. Don't offer a fluffy guy jalapeno burgers. You might get a, you might go, Ryan, buddy, how you doing, man? Um, how's everything going on your guys' end? I'm hoping this oh good. This one is just finished. Get that posted to my YouTube. I'm multitasking at the moment. But this bakwash is also known as a bukwus. Bakwash is depicted as a tall, skeletal man with long hair and in rags, whose poor state encourages victims to pity them. Yeah, I love that stuff. I do. I love peppers, Roxanne. I love my peppers. Kicking back, being lazy today. I probably should be active, but tomorrow's another day. Yeah, I just got out of the woods. I was out there because I heard those. Hey, Glades, how's it going? I heard that what sounded like samurai chatter last night, and I was going to start listening to that audio again because I ran back in here, grabbed my digital recorder, grabbed the megalophone thingy bobber, put it out there. I heard some weird stuff on it, but I need to go through it and do some more. I may post it on for everybody to listen to. So when I got done with William's show, I started getting all my stuff together and I went out looking in that area. Tall, skinny man with long hair. So you're essentially talking about me. Hey, are you the buck wuss? Yeah, we're supposed to be getting a bunch of storms in too, Tina. Yeah, peppers are good. Oh, sushi. I can't do sushi. Or Susie Sinzi. I don't know what that is, Glades. Um, it's supposed to take pity on. It is a ghost who attempts people lost in the woods into eating cursed food. He presents to them in a coquille shells, coquille shells, and they accept. If they accept them, becomes ghosts themselves. Ghosts generally are depicted in Native American lore as dangerous entities capable of causing physical, spiritual, or psychological harm to the living. But the Buckwuss was considered the king of ghosts. Yeah, in that, or, while the spirit of the person who once lived might do the living a kindness, if an agreement could be reached and the living showed proper respect, the Buckwuss would only had bad intentions. His legend originates with the First Nations of modern day British Columbia, but his legend is similar to the entities of North nations to the north, like the Haida. He is depicted as a tall, skeletal man with long hair and rags, whose poor state. Oh, I read that early. Making them vulnerable to his supposed kindness. Oh, I see what happened. Oh my God, I accidentally put that in twice. Daggone it. He is sometimes associated with ghosts of those who drowned and haunts woodlands near water, thereby serving to scare children away from any unsupervised visits to the shore. Oh, Raleigh, no Raleigh, Oric. I don't know that. Oh, I don't know. I missed one here. Yeah, yeah, Ryan, I agree. I've tried sushi several times. Even when I was in Japan, I've tried sushi. I can't get down with that. Mainly because that sticky rice, man. I'm not a rice person for one, but and then you get sticky rice on top of that. It's like, nope, I'm good. I'm good. So this buckwass or buckwass, however you want to put it, it's known by both. It reminds me of a certain type of other thing too, which we'll talk about later on. I'm going to end up doing another show on, and I'll have Ryan join me on that one. But there's a lot of similarity to it. But this one here is not supernatural. This is spirit or paranormal. This is a ghost. Heck yeah, freaky. uh, you make I can sometimes eat Spanish rice if I got to. I'll tell for me, when it comes to rice, I like flavored rice. That's the only way I can eat flavored rice is if it's flavored. I do not like rice. I just do not like rice. Um, yeah, me too, Kevin. Yeah, I've drank the blood from the first deer I ever harvested. Yeah, but with fish, there's too many bad things. Nope. Can't do it. So, what do you guys think about this buckwass? I mean, to me, that's you imagine going through the woods, running into that. I mean, but look again. I mean, then again, look how many stories throughout all civilizations of something very similar to this. I mean, your jinn are known to do some of the similar stuff too. Nope, I can't do grits. When I was down in Georgia, I tried the grits thing. I just don't know if I got a bad grit or what, but man, it was nasty. It was freaking nasty. So I've never tried grits since. I figured, hell, I'm down here stationed in Georgia. I'm going to try me some grits because, that's what everybody talks about is them grits. And I'm going to give her a shot. And yeah, nope. That was a huge mistake on my part. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Because when the last time I did a show on that dude there, there's a lot of places around the world have some stuff very similar. You and there's a type of gin that is very similar to that as well. There is lake entities that's similar to that as well, and then you got that one there. So I mean, there's a lot of things that have a lot of similarities. If they're the same, I can't say yay or nay. I just know that a lot of the stuff they talk about is very, very, very similar. Oh yeah, no, so I think what I had was corn grit. I don't know. I can't remember, man. That was a long time ago. That was so long ago, and I haven't tried it since. Grits, plain tasting. Put butter and pepper on them. Yeah, I had it with butter and sugar. I think it was, if I remember correctly. I was nope, nope, nope. Hey Ray. Yeah, yeah. I can't do it. Hey Corey. So yeah, you want to check that because I've noticed like on a lot of people that I follow, Corey. And that's why I've said that for a long time, and I haven't said it for a while, so I probably do. Not only do you want to check your subscription, the people you follow, check that little bell. For some reason, they're turning that bell to private only, and I've missed shows too because it's like, man, I never got the notification on it, uh, and come to find out it was set to instead of all, it was set to private only. Can't think that name, that crap pie in Ohio. You talk about shepherd's pie? Oh, Scrapple. I'll tell you what I'm in. Hey, Larry, how's it going? I'll tell you what I'm in the mood for is a good old a um, apple cobbler, apple or peach cobbler. That's what I'm really in the mood for. So this is another one that's going to be hard for me to pronounce. It's another one that I'm not real familiar with. Either way, it's cool. So I'm going to put the name in chat again, like I did last time. Coconut cream pie. That does sound good. And that's this entity here, the Tihian, I think is how it's said. Um, the Tihian are little people of the Arapaho Nation, a race of incredibly strong, mischievous, cannibalistic creatures, the size of children. They possess superhuman speed, although the name Tihian Arapaho means little people. Appear in legends of many Plains Indians under the names. Generally, they other and under other names. Generally, they are depicted as being between 2 to 4 foot in height, with thick necks, large eyes, sharp teeth, and dark skin. They feed on humans and always kill more than they need, eating until they are satisfied and leaving the remains for others of the others to rot. According to some stories, they are able to make themselves invisible, while in others they can fly, and in still others they only seem to do either because of their incredible speed. So it's saying that that's the reason why they think they're invisible is because of speed, or if they can fly, it's because of their speed. They're like incredibly fast. Oh, pecan pie, heck yeah. Uh, the Comanche, of course, says Comanche call them Nunupi. Oh yeah. Now that name does sound a little familiar. Nunupi. I'm gonna look into that. That does have a certain ring to it, Corey. Um, where was I off here? Although legend usually reference a long ago conflict in which the Tihanin were wiped out by a coalition led by the Arapaho, the little people are said to still exist today and are responsible for unsolved murders, the deaths of animals, and any items of value that go missing. So these little dudes are just Nunu P. Nunu P. Nunu P. Thank you, Corey. Um, so I mean, these little guys. I mean, which there's stories of little people all over the world too. These guys just seem to be some pretty nasty little dudes. Oh, I like cram. I love carrot cake. Oh, I'm a fat guy. I like carrot cake. Um, Man, y'all making me hungry again. I just ate. I'm trying to stay off of sweets, and here we're talking about sweets. But no, I mean, I definitely don't want to run those. Curiosity, Corey, do the Comanches still talk about them being around to this day, or do they tell the same story that they were wiped out long ago? Me too, freaky. And ballooned up is kind of an exaggeration for me. Yeah, that's right, Fluffy. That's right, Fluffy. I am not dumb yet. I'm just fluffy. I'm not going there, freaky. I'm not going there. They're still here. Okay. Yeah, and that's kind of what they're talking about this because they're still saying that some of these are still around, even though the legends say they were wiped out a long time ago. So I was kind of curious because it sounds like, which makes sense because they're all in that same area that the Comanche and the Arapaho are telling kind of the same thing. Butternut squash, pound cake, all good. Yeah. They live underground. Okay. Dang, these ticks and skeeters, man. When I was out in them woods, they ate my butt up. Them things are freaking everywhere out there. That's interesting because there seems to be a lot of stuff like that's living underground. I don't know if they went to underground because of what happened, or if that's where they're from. But it seems to be a very common occurrence amongst a lot of this stuff. Oh, freaky. Um, so I mean, right there you go. I mean, there's another aspect to a very similar story from another tribe. I mean, thank you for sharing that, Corey. I appreciate that. Whippoorwill. Oops, my lips got dry. Whippoorwills. I love listening to the sound of the whippoorwill. So we all know this character. This is actually who I was out looking for today, but I put him in here because it's everybody's classical favorite, and this is usually the one that probably got most everybody into cryptids, and that's Bigfoot. So I couldn't leave the big hairy feller out. So I mean, we all know of him. I mean, he's known as to the Sioux as Shiai Tonka, the elder big brother. They're known as the one of the first beings. They were here before humankind was. Freaky. If I look above me, I'll see ceiling light, and it's a bit blinding. Roxanne. So I mean, we and William kind of touched a lot on this morning too. I mean, there's different kinds. You have the gugwe, you have the ones that I pose as possibly even either the remains of Neanderthal or the human and Sasquatch mix. The Comanche mothers used to keep their daughters' hair cut short to fool the Nunupi into thinking the girls were boys. So they're known to stealing women too. Interesting. Yeah, me too, Ryan. Ryan says, I love short stories of Bigfoot from the indigenous tribe. Problem is, we need to really examine the details. Too many people make everything Bigfoot. You're absolutely right, Neil, because that's kind of what we was talking about this morning on William's show. There's been many reports of people seeing something with a human face, and if you actually listen to the description, it sounds like a Neanderthal. So when I did the show a while back on Neanderthal, that's why I posed the question: is this the last remnants of Neanderthal, or is this the human and Sasquatch offspring? Because we know from native lure that not only did they trade and fight with Sasquatch, they also Sasquatch would take them and breed with them. Yeah, that would. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to gather up some stuff, man. I've lost a lot of my Native American stuff, so I'm having to go through and find stuff again. When I my computer crashed, I lost so much stuff. I had so much stuff on there. That's why I've got an external hard drive. I'm starting to put things on it now because I don't want to lose stuff again. I've lost so much stuff. Roxanne, I was thinking about doing that on my channel, but people get super angry when you touch on it for some reason. Why? What? I don't. I mean, if you get angry over something like that, it is what it is. But Native American lure is Native American lure. Yeah, I mean, it's. I always tell people, man, I'm not here for people's feelers. I'm just here to put out the truth that I know. Um, Maximista, for example, sounds like Sasquatch until you read about how the feet are described. It had chicken feet. I don't know that one, uh, Ryan. That is not one I'm familiar with. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely getting with him. I'm definitely picking his brain on Wendigo, the Big W, because he's got a lot of knowledge on the Big W. ED, I'm doing dog sitting for a friend, and you're whistling as they're running around like chickens with their heads cut off. I would, oh man, I'm kind of sorry, Corey, but at the same time, that's kind of comical. I missed one. What did Freaky say that I missed? Yeah, that's kind of that's why I tell people all the time. I'm telling you things from my point of view, from what my research has led me. This is my point of view. I'm never tell somebody they're wrong and I'm right, or I'm wrong, they're right. This is our point of view, and until we get together, and until we start coming together instead of being separate like we are now, we're never going to get to the truth, everybody. We're going to be remain stagnant like we are now because we're too busy fighting one another. Just because I don't see something at someone else's point of view doesn't mean that they're wrong, man. I see things at my point of view, how my research, how my experiences have led me, and my stuff is not the same as somebody else's. We have to remember Genosqua. Yeah, Genosqua is another. Yeah, that's like Genosqua. Yeah. They're known as stone giants or the stone coats, but the tales also talk about how they had rocks sewn into their clothing. Leaves a lot to question. Yeah, I mean, exactly. That's the thing. When I was talking about Bigfoot a little while back, Ryan, I told him that I'm one of those that's a firm believer that Bigfoot is one of the giant class. Everybody thinks giants. They think of Neanderthal, or not Neanderthal. I'm sorry, Nephilim. Nephilim was a type of giant, but there was other giants out there besides the Nephilim, and I really put those in that class of they are giant. I mean, they're tall. Yeah, well, I mean, heck yeah, Ryan. I'd love to. We could talk about whatever. shoot, I could shoot you in length and a half if you want to come in and we talk about it. That's fine with me. I love this stuff. I love how we come together and we talk about this stuff. I want more of us to do this. Gugwe is another one. And now Gugwe, if you listen to a lot of Native American stories, will tell you they were the same as what we know as Sasquatch. And it usually, I think it was around, if I remember right, the main theory behind it was the time that Europeans came over is whenever they wanted to hunt and eat humans, where what we know as Sasquatch did not. And that's where your Gugwe and your Sasquatch come from. Gugwe is another one. The name is derived from Goku. I started going all straight Dragon Ball Z on that one. It's a Mikimic term, and they are always females. So we need to work on different name of the Gugwe. Yeah. I'm trying to get caught up on the comments. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, Titans are another type. You're right. I mean, the Titans are another type of giant. So I mean, yeah, I mean they are. There's many different types. The way the way flies just do a shadow of a giant way, yeah, files. The Y files just did a show on giants of Malta. That's interesting. I'll have to look that up. Oh yeah, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that, bro. I shoot. Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down for that, Ryan. Anytime, buddy. We'll get something figured out. Ryan, I've seen one of those tracks close to the Red River. It has me really confused until now. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things out there, folks, we do not know. I mean, and I think misidentification happens quite often because we're so indoctrinated on this one thing. To us, to no matter what we run to, it's this thing. And that's why I try to get people out there to understand there's more out there. There's things there's things I'm reading tonight that I didn't even know. You're always learning, always learning. I think that's what he was talking about. I need to get caught up. Yeah. Okay. I need to get caught up. See, and that's another thing right there, Ryan. There seems to be a lot of stuff that's spiritual related that we're running into as well that we didn't know before. Freaky. Yeah, he's a little eager there. It sounds like, Ryan. He's a little eager. Zeus, yeah. I mean, Zeus is offspring from the Titans. Him and his family and his brothers and stuff, and they killed the Titans. So I mean, there's a lot of this stuff throughout there, and the thing is, you got to go to history. And this is why I'm always preaching history to people. And I guess I shouldn't say preaching. This is why I'm always trying to get people to understand. You need to read the true history. I'm not talking about recent history. I'm talking as far back as it goes up till now. And you'll get a better understanding how things are if you read the history. Don't read what people want you to read now, what is good for the internet now. Go back. Go back and do the history on it. I find most, if not all, of indigenous lure is utilized yet as greatly or is not greatly understood. Yeah, the SWs, the big W, various Bigfoot people need to speak to the tribes like I have. Yeah, and that's the thing. And yeah, I'm trying to get locked in too. A lot of my native friends that I had when I left for the military, they either they went to the Four Winds or they're up to the Great Hunting Ground right now. So I've lost a lot of what I had because not only when I lost it with my computer crashed, but the sources I had for a lot of stuff, I no longer have that. So I'm back to square one. I'm trying to go off of memory, which my memory ain't the greatest in the world, and I've got to get reestablished with the locals, tribes. Because I used to dance at powwows, and I went to them all the time, and I loved it. And listen to the stories of the elders, y'all. The elders I cannot, cannot express this enough. The stories of your elders, folks, that's where you need to go. From what I can recall, for some stories I've heard or read, many Indian natives stories that have become lure some sort of respect for the land and animals, spirits, and each other. Yes, that is something they preach on a lot, and it's true. That is very very true. Ryan, we found that track after we noticed something watching us through the hole that went all the way around a thicket. The one in front sidestepped, and another one was behind us watching. Oh, they were keeping a real good eye on you, buddy. No, but many years of blows to the head, Roxanne, and amongst everything I've had between my just hard living and military, it happens. I'm slowly. I work on doing different things to help build it back, and it's getting better, but it's a process. I still think it's quite fitting that Cheyenne have a name for Bigfoot, the Aloof. Yeah, and there's many names, but there's the Bigfoot's been known throughout history through not just the Americas but the world. Look at the Epic of Gilgamesh. The Sumerian history, the Epic of Gilgamesh. Indu was created from the earth, was hairy, was large. His description is very much Bigfoot. Corey, let me gather up some information for you. Ed, can you get it to you? Ed can get to you, but I can definitely send you some info. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I have no problem. You're not. Oh, I already read that. Um. Oh no, that's a different one. Never mind. Yeah, it just got sidetracked. That's about right. I do all different kinds of things to help with me with my memory. I know this is a little kid way of doing it, but I'll believe it or not, it helps out a lot. And like word escape and word search, things that I've really got to use my noggin to do, helps me because then I start reusing that. And of course, my research helps as well. Yeah, that's okay. No worries, Glades. No worries. Um, yeah, it does. It does. So I mean, this is the big hairy feller, man. He's definitely the rock star. He's definitely the rock star. And this, you can't just do 1 2 hour show on him, man. Because there's so many different types. There's so many different stories. There's so many different ways of seeing, and that's just here in Americas. That's not counting all over the world. China, you got the urine. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of these all over the world. We need to kind of probably break these down like the Americas and then this and this and this. I mean, this is hell. You could probably do a couple months of shows just on the big hairy feller alone in all different regions of the world. One thing I would love to see to happen is if people would stop claiming they run into a Wendigo or have a friendly Wendigo. Oh God, yes, yes. No such thing. You want? Oh God, yes, yes, Ryan. 100 on that, buddy. 100. The big W. He is not friendly. He's not going to get. He's not going to sit down at the campfire, drink a cold beer, and sing "Kumbaya" with you. Sorry, folks. It's not going to happen. Yeah, that hurts your feelers. That hurts your feelers. I really don't give a damn. That's no. I am not going to mislead anybody on that. That dude is straight up demonish. I mean, there is nothing nice about him at all. No, I amazing what people do to get clout. It's just so amazing what people do to get clout. They come up with the stupidest stuff just to get people to follow me. Yes, yes, and that's. I mean, you got to think he is the spirit of cold and hunger. I mean, what he is itself explains exactly what it is. He is the spirit of cold and hunger. There's nothing nice about him at all. Man, some people, man. Yeah, and they just do it, Roxanne, to get clout. I got something different than you. Listen to me. No, man, that don't. Man, when I last looked, I got 210 followers, and I've 210 of the most amazing people on the planet. I am truly blessed by everybody who follows me. I'm an itty bitty fish in a huge pond, but I don't care. I'd like to be that. If I'm that itty bitty fish, as long as I'm giving out accurate information, that's all I care about. And people who want to absorb that information, and like I tell people, don't ever take what I say for granted. Take it with a grain of salt. Do your own research. Please do your own research. Take what I say and do your own research. And you may find more that I've missed, or you may find something different. It is what it is, man. And that's what we need to do. We need to encourage people to get out there and do their own research. Yeah, no, no joke, no joke. Good point. Well, thank you, Kevin. That means a lot to me. I mean, you guys, I'm telling you, I have the most amazing group of people who follow my channel. I am truly 100% blessed. Everybody who follows this, I really do. So, little side note, off topic, vulnerability time. I, for a long time, have wanted to do stuff like this. But whenever for a very long time, I was always made fun of because of what I believe. So I never really got out to doing this stuff. This last few years, I finally got enough courage in me to start doing this stuff. And here I am. I mean, I love this. I don't do this for me. I do it for you all. And it's just, I get a benefit from it. I get to meet interesting people, communicate with interesting people. I've been on shows with interesting people. Man, it's amazing. This doing this has yes, it's helped me out a lot because of that. But you all are the greatest people on the planet. I am truly blessed and honored, and that's why I do this. There was something very cunning about them, very confusing to the eye. Did I miss something? Oh! You're talking about? Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. Yep, never mind. Just on me what you was talking about. I advise anyone and everyone to be super cautious when investigating and researching the Big W and or Naladas. Oh man, I'm going to butcher the hell out of that one. Ye Naladoloshi. I'm trying to remember that. That kind of sounds familiar, but doesn't at the same time. I wonder if I always called it something else, and that might be why. Michelle. I drip about this property because if you're thinking I'm lying, that's the thing. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Okay, that's why. I think that's. Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, and that's the thing, Michelle, and that's why I do. I That's why I do like the campfire chats because it's a safe place for you guys to come. Just because I don't agree with your encounter, that doesn't mean your encounter wasn't your encounter. I wasn't there. I can't tell you what you saw or what you didn't see. I wasn't there. So the campfire chats was created by by my followers, man. That's your all's channel. That's your all safe place to come and talk about your encounters because we need to be and I think it's starting to become a more popular thing to come out and talk about things that people see. You're starting to hear more and more reports, which is awesome. It is awesome that more and more people are coming out about stuff they see and are not being afraid no more. And less people are getting made fun of because of the stuff they saw. This is you can't say the stuff ain't real. It's in history. It's written throughout all different races throughout time with this stuff. So obviously there's something there. I prefer to call them by the Navajo name. Yeah, and it'll take me a while. That's why I remember hearing that somewhere before. Now that makes sense. Um, but I'll call them Yani or the SWs too. Yeah, that's why it sounded familiar. I can't pronounce worth a crap. Um, my younger years of playing football gave me shots to the head, but at this time of life, I deal with neck aches and back aches. Um, Collisions are rough, though I'm glad I wasn't a boxer. Yeah, I mean, I've played football. I mean, farming, I fought. Military. I put my body through hell. Now, 18 wheeler mechanic. I've taken one or two bumps to the head being an 18 wheeler mechanic for a long time too. Um, so there's another one. I'm not real familiar with this one either, and this is in the Arctic regions. This is the Insurat. The people of the Arctic region include the Yupik, whose tradition contains tales of Insurat. Said that the said to be a pan-dimensional little folk who create confusion among unwary travelers across the Alaskan tundra. So there you go, another little person causing trouble. Yes, I mean even with what I found today when I was out in the woods, Ryan. I'm telling you, this is possible. I cannot 100. I did not see the thing make the things or do the things that I saw. This is just out of the ordinary. So it's always going to be possible with me until I actually see whatever made it. It's always going to be possible for me. I always tell people I'm 99% a believer. I always use that. I leave that 1% for the possibility of it being something else. Do I know these things exist? Absolutely, I know these things exist. But I'm always going to have that 1% because there's always going to be a time that you're going to get failed because it'll be something different. If there's ever a possibility, which most of the evidence you'll find is always going to have a possibility of it being something different. They are reported to be a mischievous rather than outright malevolent, and and when left alone, will go about their daily chores of fishing and hunting. However, crossing paths with them may inspire them to play tricks on you and generally make you doubt your sense of reality. So, I mean, like I said, once again, another one of those little people that's messing with you. I want to write that down. I don't want to lose that, so let me pop that up there because now I've lost my ink stick. There it is. Excellent. Basically, it's a combination of an orca and a wolf. No kidding. I think I've heard somebody talk about that once before. I'm going to have to look that up. Another one here. This is, man, I'm going to butcher the hell out of this one. Let me copy this and I'll put this down in chat for you guys. I missed something there. I think it's played out stupid to hoax about Bigfoot. So many reports. Yeah, I mean, there is so many of them out there. So many of them out there. And there's good reports and there's bad reports. I mean, that's another thing. Hey, Blue, how you doing? No worries, no worries. You have to be, and when you're taking reports, you have to be careful too, because there's a lot of people who just want to make a name for themselves, and so they're going to come up with some cockamamie thing to get you to get their name out there so they can get their 10 seconds of fame. You have to be careful doing that as well. The Manigishi is among the indigenous peoples of the subarctic range. This is another one of the Arctics here. of the Cree and their subarctic range are the Cree and their folklore features entities known as the Manigishi. Like the Insurat, these are diminutive tricksters, cryptids, though their preferred habitats are waterways such as rivers and rapids. They are often described as having elongated limbs and bulbous heads, similar to the gray aliens of ufology. According to some accounts, they have a chaotic streak and found um, are fond of capsizing canoes and causing people to drown. So I mean, we're getting a lot of these reports of these stories of these little people being mischievous. Some of them are good. Some of them are helpers. You know, brownies helper. The Insurat not. I mean, so it's a lot like a lot of other things out there when you're dealing with things, folks. Is you got good ones and your bad ones. I mean, that's both on the cryptid and supernatural side of it too. I mean, a jinn is known to help you, but he can turn around and jack your world up too. I mean, this is a common occurrence with a lot of these things. It's, um, it's interesting. There's another one here. Quit, do what I want you to do. Yeah, you wonder why I don't like you when you keep doing things that you're not supposed to do. So the Nanaasi is one of the most obscure Native American legend. Lurks deep within the lure of the Chumash people of of California. Who in here is from the California area? Just out of curiosity, I got any Cali people here or right around the Cali area or from Cali? According to their ancient framework, humans inhabited the middle world, which is common story throughout a lot of Native American history. We all came from the earth and opened up, let us out, and then let out the buffalo or however it is their tribe talks about it. With the sun and celestial beings inhabiting the upper world, and the sinister creatures existing in the lower world. Among these demon like entities are the Nanasasi, um, grotesque creatures which can into rise into our middle world to spread bad luck, illness, and bad fortune. Little more about them is known in mainstream culture. So I am posting a video, Blue, of some stuff that I found when I was out there. I can't definitively say that it's the big hairy guy, but I can't say it's not either. I thought hockey was fun to play when I was younger, but when I realized that the fighting is allowed to a certain extent, I said to myself, "No way! I would expect accept possibility to kill or be killed." Oh, you're in Arizona, Ida? Oh man, I've spent some time in Arizona. But yeah, so I did find some stuff. I'm uploading a video. I've got to finish uploading. I accidentally uploaded it to the wrong YouTube channel, so I had to delete it off of there. So after I'm done here, I'll be going back and uploading it onto the correct one of the stuff I found. Sadly, for some reason, the GoPro I had on my chest, it didn't. It stopped recording. I don't know if I hit a button, if a tree hit the button, because my woods are dense as hell. So I don't know if something like that happened, and that's why I didn't get all the recordings. But I was able to take some pictures of some stuff and video some odd stuff I found out there. I've got it all stitched together. I was talking to Jesus Payon before I was on while I was stitching that stuff together so I can get it uploaded. So it should be up there. Um, should be up there in a little while. Yeah, that's kind of that's why I paused there for a second, Corey, because I was like, this is very similar. That's exactly why I did that, buddy. And yeah, so I am definitely. Oh, Nova Scotia. Oh, yeah, I need to make my way up there. I need to make my way up to Canada. Dude, this name here is gigantic as hell, and I'm 100% not even going to be able to get this one correct. There is no way I can even try to do my dyslexic way of trying to figure things out. I am going to butcher the heck out of this name right here. The Vo Estanahi Sono. Yeah, the Anasazi's, man, that's a wonderful research. Among the most frightening of folkloric creatures are the cannibal dwarves who have allegedly stalked the peoples of the Great Plains, known as the Vohestanahasino. I'm going to have to get with William on that one. To the Cheyenne and the Hicasichit, oh yeah, to the Arapaho, they are said to be incredibly warlike beings with the ability to move incredibly quick and even turn invisible. So this sounds a lot like one I was talking about earlier. The where did it go? Where did it go? The Tihihana. These guys sound a lot like them. They are ultra aggressive. Nature has been their ultra aggressive nature has been put down to the fact that they actually want to die and ascend to their version of heaven. Alternatively, it might be just because they're ravenous for human flesh. They crave it. The good news is that, according to some traditions, so they were wiped out just like that one was. Yeah, I don't know. I like to fight. So I mean, hockey's kind of. I don't like watching it, but I probably like playing it. They were. Oh. So this is another being. Just so this is that is, they are very similar. Is this another one that they're saying that the Rapaho wiped out? The Voesta na he sono. This is another one they're saying that the Arapaho wiped out. Interesting. So man, the Arapaho's got a lot of mean little people messing with them. You know that is a very interesting theory there, Ryan. That is very interesting. You may not be far from it. I mean, Lord knows how many times I've researched something and put connections together. I mean, that's why I've said several times, like, man, this sounds a lot like this here, or like this here, and that very well could be. Uh, that is, if it's the one I'm thinking of, Ryan, that is a good show. Really good show. If that's the one I'm thinking it is, I got to get in there. Look, for some reason I haven't got no hits on the latest because he's the one that tells the stories, the Navajo stories, so that may be passed down. He's the elder, and I can't remember if he's a medicine man or not. And he passes down the teachings of his people because he does it this way because so many people have forgotten the old ways. I think if that's the one I'm thinking of, Ryan, I think it's that show there. What are you doing, you crackhead? The next one is the Geeky. According to the tales of northeastern woodlands, people such as this as the Abenaki and the Penobscot. This part of America is home to the formidable creature sometimes known as the geeky wasp, resembling a tall, stiff-legged, hairless. Oh gosh, bless America! I accidentally over. I messed that up. We're gonna have to jump that one. I'm gonna have to jump that one. Yeah, I think I know what program you're talking about there, Ryan. Very good. If it's the one I think it is, very, very good. So let me jump that one because I accidentally copied over my notes on that one. Water babies. Let's jump up to that one. They may sound adorable, but the water babies mentioned in the traditions of the Bananak, Shoshone, and other peoples of the Great Basins are anything but. These dangerous entities are said to inhabit the springs and lakes and mimic the sounds of crying humans, crying human babies to lure victims to their deaths. And there's a lot of stories around the world of entity water demons basically doing this very same thing. Man, if I try to learn that, Glades, that'd be a show. I guarantee I can get millions of followers of people just laughing at my fluffy butt falling down. Um, According to some traditions, the water babies originated as the ghost of human babies who were killed by their mothers when famine spread through the land. Alternative tales present them as inhuman cryptids or uh, ethereal spirits creatures. In any event, they are probably best avoided. They're probably best avoided. So these water babies, man, there's stories. I am missing a story here. The two heads of the Mohican. Ooh, I got some notes missing off here. Man, my stuff didn't save like it was supposed to. I know for a fact I had the two heads on there because that was an interesting story. Um, but this is yeah, yeah. It's that I get millions of views on that. Look at this fluffy hillbilly try to ice skate, huh? And just for Corey. Horned serpents. Horned serpents commonly crop up in the numerous Native American folk tales and seem to be especially prevalent in lore of the southeastern woodlands people such as the Muskogee and the Uchi. No, that's not how you say it. Uki. Um, Such creatures are described as being brilliantly iridescent with scales like tiny crystals, larger crystals embedded in their forehead, and stag-like horns on their head. Unsurprisingly, given to their fantastical appearance, the horned serpents are said to possess supernatural powers and are sometimes venerated as godlike beings. You're welcome, buddy. I won't do it again, I think. Ojibwe. Yeah. Ojibwe. Uh, it's Yuchi. Uchi. It's not one I'm familiar with, so I can't really pronounce it very good. Uh, but these horned serpents, I remember a story, but it is a water serpent, but it was very similar to this one here. And the brave went to kill it, and was it a water serpent? Anyways, he met a woman witch who disguised her looks, and here, let me. I'll write it. I'll copy it and paste it in here for you guys. And she came to him as a beautiful young woman. Then he seen through her, and eventually he was able to get the ability to kill this serpent. This and when he did, he took the heart back. And as long as he kept the heart hidden from sight, it would tell him what to do. And he became very popular. Was very, very well liked amongst the tribe, and to the point that he couldn't even find him a wife because it was constantly having him do different odd tasks like bathe in the bathe in the dirt and dirty himself up in the water. I mean, doing weird stuff to the point he ripped down the side of his teepee and told him to look, this is what's doing it. And the heart turned into a rock. But the heart was like a crystal that that shimmered. Yeah, I know. That's kind of weird. I mean, throughout all kinds of religions. The name, I posted that name there, the Yuchi. Um, but that's it, man. This horned serpent sounds a lot like that story. I can't remember the whole story, man. It's been 20 years since I heard that story, and I just remember fragmentations of it. I need to gather all these old stories from the natives and just do shows telling these old stories to keep it alive. If they would do that, that'd be awesome. Femininity was sacred to the tribes. Yeah, when feminine qualities of or a woman is used, it's meant to relay how men's hearts will flatter for women. Yeah, yeah. She was a old witch, evil in nature, and she came to him as a beautiful young maiden, and he almost lust. Yeah, I mean, so beautiful that he was lusting for her. And then when he woke up and realized, hey, whoa, whoa, this is wrong. Her true beauty or her true self came to him, and he's seen this old withered woman. Oh, they're your relatives, Glades. Awesome. And did I say that right? Are my relatives, but they're a runaway. Uchi became part of the Muskogee. Okay, that's why the two stories are similar. That makes a lot of sense right there, buddy. In some religions, evil women are used because it goes against how women are viewed as mothers, caregivers, and so on. Yeah, because they are. I mean, women are a they're very powerful. They are very, very powerful because they're the creators of life. They're very sacred beings. You should always hold your woman in high regard, just like a woman should hold her man in high regard. Your two halves coming together to make a whole. I mean, you're never going to be whole without that other half. So, a man should always treat the woman with the utmost respect. The woman is the bringer of life. She's the caregiver. The woman should hold the man with utmost respect because he's the protector, the teacher, and he's the provider. Two halves coming together to make a whole. Depends on who's making the story. Yeah. Uh, Magdalene was degenerated way back. Yeah. Jesus' wife, Mary Magdalene. Eric, I wouldn't want to learn ice skating. I already went through roller skates. I was able to roller skate when I was younger. Now, my fluffy butt nowadays probably can't do it, but when I was younger, I could. This ain't a repeat, is it? No, okay, this is different. Um, so the next one, we got two more that I'm going to be covering tonight. Yeah, no joke. Me too. Me too, Kevin. The the Kushtaka, looming in the lure of Northwest Coast. People like the Tlingit, the Kushtaka, are said to be shape shifting beings which often assume the appearance of animals and have a penchant for luring sailors to their deaths by emitting human like cries. In other words, they might be thought of as an ominous cross between a SW and a siren. Yeah, Kushtaka. Yeah, that's basically it's Native American version of the siren. I mean, if you get down and dirty to it, oh, so yeah, you know this one pretty good. And I've heard stories long ago about the Kushtaka, but I wasn't familiar with it. That's why I put this in here because I've always the Otter Man. Yeah, yeah, that's I forgot about that. Thank you, Ryan. Yes, the Otter Man was another name. But I mean, you listen to the stories, and that's what I always found them interesting because they sound so much like the sirens that you heard from the old English sailors and the Norse. I mean, there again, another Norse entity that drags its people to death. The siren. This Kushtaka is much like that. Yeah, I can't remember if they lured them to their deaths and eat them. I'm wanting to say that was the case. I didn't find that in there for some reason, and I could have overlooked it because it was late as hell when I was getting these notes put together. So I probably overlooked that part. But I'm wanting to say that was something that they did, but I can't remember. I heard acoustica a long time ago, and when I seen it, I quickly added it to my notes. Um, they're they're bad. They're bad. There's a cryptid in UK that had an otter type man at the lake. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you get to thinking, man, how I ran across the Kustica was when I was doing research on mermaids. A long time ago, I was doing some research on mermaids, and that's how I came across the Kustica, the siren, and stuff like that. Is because they're all in that realm of how they're classified, I guess you could say. Um, and that's why I found them very interesting. Because I was on the deal a long time ago, um, talking about it because or looking about it because I had a fascination from them. You know, I've been fascinated with mermaids since 1980, 84, 85 when my girlfriend in grade school came back from seeing her grandparents in Florida, and they visited a museum in Orlando, I think it was, and she came back with a postcard for me of a petrified remains of a mermaid that they used to display. Now it's no longer there. I don't know when it got removed from that museum, but it's no longer there, and every trace of it has been eliminated. For some reason, just like everything else, it was taken from our memory. But that was when I first became fascinated with mermaids. So when I was in my late to early 30 or late 20s, early 30s, I picked up a deal on mermaids again because I was fascinated. Their mermaids are talked about throughout all ancient civilizations in history. But then that's when I ran across the Kushtaka, the sirens, the oh my god, my memory ain't worth a crap. There's another type. I'm gonna have to look them up again. Yeah, there's always tomorrow. I may have to do a show on mermaids. I might have to. But this was right in there with them, and I was like, man, that sounds so much like a Native American siren. My medicine woman lives on the Oklahoma Red River, and she told me she saw an otter looking creature one night, and I was like, oh crap, yeah, I would too. Yeah, Smithsonian strikes again. You know, I remember this, and this was like I said, 1984 to 85, when she gave me that postcard. She came back to school. She's like, I got you something, and I was like, oh, you know, of course, you know how kid love is, you know, and I mean, I just thought it was the greatest thing in the world, and that was my very first experience with mermaids was that postcard from the girl I was you know, my little girlfriend in grade school. Yeah, yeah. There's that one mermaid that is little and said that said someone made it look petrified. I remember. I know what you're talking about. Yes, I remember. I remember that was on a side road carnival for many years. Um, but I think that's the one. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure that was it. And it was on one of them little side of the road carnivals that people used to have up and down like Route 66 for many years. And whenever that thing went down, our side show freak or side road freak show, as I think is what they were called back then. I can't remember off the top of my head, but something like that. Um, and they had there were places all up and down old Route 66 doing that. People made money off that new highway doing that kind of stuff. And I believe that's where it was for a long time. I am actually working on putting one together for dragons, Ida. I can do one on unicorns. Uh, I'm actually Saga Grimson book 4 is called Reign of the Dragon. I've got the first chapter of it written because I didn't want to lose what I had in track of that. And I'm also writing another book um, called. I'm writing a lot of books. This is not even part of the books that I'm writing right now. That's Emerald Legion, Dragon's Bane. So I'm also writing another book called Dragon's Bane. So as I'm doing research for that book, I am collecting some notes, and when I get everything gathered up where I'm happy, I will be doing a show on dragons. Yeah, I mean, dragons have been in the hearts and minds of every maiden and young knight since we were knee high to a grasshopper's ass. I mean, it ever since we can think for ourselves, every woman and boy had a fascination with dragons. But now, right now, I'm currently working on the books Two Brothers, War and Turmoil, which is my historical fiction. And I'm doing some more work on Saga Grimson Book 3, Reign of the Dragon. So I'm working on those. Then I'll get back to doing some of these other ones that I'm doing too. Will Fist of a Dragon be part of the list? No, it won't. That's just part of the books that I'm working on. Here's the other parts of the books I'm working on. So I mean, I've got Death Haunts the Night, which is that new genre that I'm writing, which is a murder mystery. Van Jieger, which is a vampire one. Inhar Jar, I've already got that one written. The Dolphs, I've already got that one written. Poems that I've worked on. Ulfa the Barbarian, which is the Barbarian series I'm working on. I mean, I've got a lot of books that I've started. I'm just eventually whatever feels like it's what I need to write on is what I'm working on. Let me try to get this down here. I'm hooked on something. Oh, I'm hooked on the back. But yeah, I got a bunch of books that I'm working on. No, no, Enter Dragon ain't gonna make it either, freaky. I'll leave that with Jackie Chan, or not Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee. Oops. Yeah, it's I've got a lot of books I'm working on right now, but so yeah, it's going to be fun. I've got a lot of stuff. I'm mainly focusing on them two right now. So this last one I got, I don't know how to pronounce it. CX is the name of it. Fortunately, there are other folk traditions which present them in the more. Oh my God! I typed over them too. Never mind. Man, I don't know what's going on with my computer. This stupid thing is doing some weird crap here lately. Never mind. So we'll call that part good. I accidentally copied over them too. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Pop that up. Yeah, I love Bruce Lee. Absolutely love his work, and Jet Li too. That's my favorite Bruce Lee movie, and Jackie Chan was in the Enter of the Dragon. Yeah, yeah, he was. He was one of the guys getting his ass whooped in the was it the bar? Something like he was getting his ass whooped. I do. This is. I finally got my external hard drive in, so I'm hoping by getting. I mean, I had countless amounts of notes and pictures and videos. And my computer was House of the Dragon. Yeah. So I think it was lagging my computer down. Like I noticed yesterday, it kept double copying stuff, and I. So what happened is either I thought, oh crap, double copied it, and I erased it by accident, or I copied over it. Because I known like 3 or 4 times it double pasted things when it shouldn't have. I don't know what's going on with this stupid thing. But so yeah, I mean that's just a few of the Native American creatures out there in the world. I mean, I can do a whole nother show on this type of stuff. There is so much out there in Native American lure. And the thing is I started out trying to look up the Osage one. There's not a whole lot talked about in Osage lure when it comes to this. They want to talk about their creation. They're yet another star being. They're another part of a race around the world that believes they come from the stars, let alone just another Native American race that tells you that their origins came from the stars. So I was trying to find some of that stuff because I was trying to tie it together with the part one and part two of the Magical Ozark Mountain series or shows I did. So I was wanting to try to finish it off with the Osage lure because Osage was a predominant tribe here in the Ozarks. Sadly, there wasn't a whole lot, so I've got to reach out to an elder and see if I can't get some stuff. If I can find one that's willing to talk with me. Switch that up real quick. Come on, you stupid thing, work with me. There we go. We'll definitely have to have an over the phone. Yeah, absolutely. That would be awesome, Ryan. That would be awesome. I love Native American lure. I love Old Norse lure, and I love Native American lure. That's why in my books you'll see a lot of that in my books because that's the stuff I'm passionate about. I'm part Native American. I'm part Norse. I'm primarily Norse. I hail from Ragnar Lothbrok through Ivar the Boneless. Two sides of my family come from Norway. On one side of my family, the old movie, John Wayne movie, The Searchers, was made because of my family. The difference was she wasn't happy to be rescued, and she didn't was overjoyed when she was rescued. She died 2 weeks after being rescued because she didn't want to. Her husband was the last Comanche chief to ever surrender. Yeah, yeah, Corey. A lot of evidence to support that. I will not dispute that one bit. She doesn't really want to be a mermaid. She just was fascinated by them. I think of her more as a pixie, the miniature woman who had dragonfly wing. Oh, yeah, the pixie. Yeah, yeah. Corey. Yeah, Puff the Magic Dragon, living by the sea. God, I ain't heard that song in forever. I missed something, Glades. Let me roll up here, buddy. Oh, okay, yeah, your girlfriend. So that's the ones I was going to cover for tonight. Brian, I need you. I couldn't find you on YouTube. I need you. You mind putting your deal in chat? I need to add that to my deal. I meant to tell you about that the other day and I forgot. Yeah, I'm a mutt. I'm a straight up. I'm a mutt. I'm a true American. I'm a mutt. I'm Cherokee, Comanche, Lakota, German, Irish, English, Scottish, Norwegian. My primary is Norwegian. Now, the German side could come from the Norwegian side because the Norse were a Germanic tribe. So that's very well come from. On the Scottish side, we hail from the Wallace clan. So I mean that we got that in our bloodline. The Sioux have not. I still got a lot of family up at the Red Rock Res. Uh, Still got a lot of family up there. I'm part French Canadian and part Cajun. And full, yeah, yeah. You believe it or not, I learned the song in Catholic grade school. No kidding, no kidding, Roxanne. That's I didn't think they'd sing that there, considering what the song was actually about. Yeah, Braveheart. Yeah, actually, yes. I was part of the Wallace clan, which was William Wallace. He was part of that clan too. Yeah, on the Scottish side. That's why one of my kilts is Wallace clan colors. I have two kilts. I absolutely love wearing kilts. I have the Wallace clan colors that I like to wear. Then I have my straight black one that I like to wear too. I think we all are, honestly. you got to be you got to be in that realm with what we do, the stuff of crap we've done, especially being Gen Xers. Ooh, I'm out of tea. The colors red, black, yellow, green, and can't remember what's on the Wallace clan. And I've got them tucked away in my dresser. I love wearing my kilts. I can tell you now, from personal experience, when you're riding your motorcycle in a kilt, if you do not tuck your kilt properly, it will flop up going down the road. And I wear my kilts traditionally. I don't wear a mini skirt, I wear a kilt. I don't have Indian, but I'm half Mexican with a little Aztec in me and Irish. And yes, Ed, I am ready. I'm a redhead. Oh, I'm trying not to go there, Roxanne. You keep pushing it. it has still a little great takeover. So, for those of you who don't know, I was doing a show on Lilith a little while back. You know, Lilith, known being having red hair, Adam's first wife, also known as the first Eve. And so we got to talking about it, and then Roxanne goes, "Well, I got red hair," and I went, "Uh oh." So now I give her crap for being red haired, and you redheads always got that fiery tenacity about them. I can't say the joke on YouTube, otherwise I'll get in trouble. But you know what a blonde truly is? I'll give you guys. I can't say the full joke, so I have to blank some things out. But I'll just ask you guys a question. You know what a blonde truly is? Do 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 do. A redhead has had the blank out of her, and I'll do this. It starts with this letter right there. So it's funny as hell, man. I love it. My brother, my little half brother, no, my little baby brother, love him to death. Love him to death. He's redhead, and man, that poor dude. You get him in the sun for 2 seconds, and he's lobstered and blistered. Yeah. I yes, yes, Corey. I won't get too far into it, but I'll just say yes. I'll text it to you later, Roxanne. Oh, yeah. I just and that's the thing is, of course, the Irish we're known for redheads. There's barbarian tribes that were known for red haired. Um, there's, there's a lot of stuff tied to red hair. I mean, look at your um, look at your daggone it, Nephilim. Red haired giants. Whenever Lilith was screaming to the seven-headed dragon when it was down upon the earth, cussing to the heavens. She was asking him to bring back her children and the red-haired giants. And that's why me and William got to talking. It's like there's got to be a connection between Lilith and the Nephilim, because she's saying, "Bring back my children and the red-haired giants." Yeah. There's your text. So because there seems to be a lot of connection between Lilith and the vampires, Lilith and the red hair, the Nephilim. There seems to be a lot of connection there between her and all them. She's also known as the mother of demons. Um, there's a lot that goes there. So ever since doing that show, me and Roxanne and we kind of had a running joke going on about red hairs with that. Y'all, man, Roxanne is a sweetheart. I am truly blessed every time she comes on. We have a good time. She's always giving me hell because I won't sleep. I'll get caught up on something. All of a sudden, I'm like, I gotta do this, gotta do this. She's like, you need to get some sleep. I know, which I overslept this morning. I overslept. Slept through my alarm, overslept. I was so embarrassed about that. I felt so bad. Oh, I felt so bad for doing that. Yeah, you'll have to get back and watch it. You'll have to watch the Lilith one. It was fun, but this morning, man, I felt so horrible. I overslept, and I woke up, and the first thing I see is a message from Roxanne. Are you okay? William's worried about you. I went, oh crap! It's after 10 o'clock. Dromino would sit on the porch of the jail at Fort Sill in Lawton, Oklahoma, and drink whiskey while he hooted in Comanche at all the red-haired women that walked by. That's hilarious. With DNA, if they come across something that can't identify, they generally put it under a Bantu people from Congo. Mine says I'm 1% because I can't be identified. Yeah, I didn't know that, Kevin. That's interesting. Yeah, you had a text loud to wake me up. Yeah. Oh God, I was so embarrassed and I felt so horrible about that. And I don't like doing that. In oh my God. So what happened, folks, is I was up till like 2:30 this morning because I was out playing with my little new thermal camera, which I'm absolutely pissed about, and I'm going to end up sending it back. I want my $92 back. Spent 200 something today on a better one that hooks to my iPhone. But while I was out there, I thought I heard something in the woods. So I came back in here. I grabbed my little voice amplifier deal, hooked my digital, or I went outside and I was listening through my headphones, and I swore I heard samurai chatter, which I was like, oh shit. So I ran in here and I grabbed my digital recorder, and I got everything set up so I can keep my digital recorder on there. So I laid that outside, and I had that pointing in that direction, which I still got to go. I'll put the audio out. I'll put the audio of it out. I spent about 15 minutes recording, and I came in and I was listening to it. I could have swore I heard something on it. I've got to go over it again. I want to listen to it a little bit more before I put it out on YouTube. So this morning when I got off of William, I saw I was late to William's show this morning because I'd overslept. I slept through my alarm, and as I was going to bed, I got some notifications. It's like, oh, this is some interesting stuff. Put it on the Weird Warrior chat, and finally went to sleep. Overslept. Got on, finished out the show with William. Got done from that, and the first thing I did is I got dressed and got all my gear together, and I went out in the woods in the direction I heard the chatter come from. And so the video will be posted here in a little bit of, unfortunately, my GoPro on the front I had on my chest. It didn't record. It recorded a little bit and for some reason cut off. So I don't know if I accidentally hit the power button or if a tree limb had hit it. But a couple things I found. Where I left out some little blue toy ruby like things. This is the second time I've left them out. They were gone. This is the second time that jar that has them in there was picked up and moved. And this time here, the necklace, the toy necklace, shiny gold toy necklace I had out, it's gone. It was still there. It was knocked on the ground last time. It's completely gone this time. Unfortunately, I didn't get none of that recorded. I took a picture of that stump because there's like thousands of these bugs on this stump. So I talk a little bit about what happened for that picture. Found some possible footprints, possible tree manipulations, a stump that I can't explain how the hell it got to where it's at. So that video will be released in a little bit, but that's why I went out in the woods. So when I got done with William's show, I literally ran out there or got dressed, went out there and went to looking. Then I got back, came in, had to get undressed. I'm still pulling ticks off me. There's like, I don't even know how many damn skeeters and ticks is out there. Man, they're bad. And I've picked a couple and killed a couple off me on the show already. Yes, I'm going to sleep tonight, Roxanne. I will sleep. So as I was getting the show ready, I was talking to Jesus Payon, and because we're trying to get together, get him back on the show again too. He's been working a lot of hours. I told him I may have to do a special, not a slotted time that I normally do. I may have to do a special show and bring him back on that will fit more of his time frame right now. But while I was talking to him, getting the show ready, I was stitching things together and trying to get them posted. So I ended up posting them to the wrong channel. They know when you run inside and grab your equipment every time for me, anyways. They do. I mean, my guests here know what I'm doing before I know what I'm doing. When I went to my other game cam to swap out the batteries in it, because while I was out there, I was swapping out SIM cards and batteries and game cams. And there is a video posted. I did the beauty of nature of my land, the beauty of my land, and it's 12 different 10-second videos of all these deer I've caught on my game cam. So one of my game cams, I've got that uploaded just as when the show was going on, because I'd stitched that together too. But so when I'm out there, I'm usually doing it, and they know I'm out there. They know what I'm doing. They know I find their footprints. They know I find this other stuff, and they still do it. I've never meant them no harm, and they know that. But I'm also not stupid. I know there's going to be a time that one of them ain't going to be friendly. Thanks, Glade. When the light or the sun hits my hair just right, you can see the traces of red. It's the fiery streak. Glaze, yes, it is. Nature's always shows us something new every day. I love being out in my woods, folks, but I'll admit today was miserable. Today was miserable with all them mosquitoes and ticks. It was miserable. I saw a TikTok on a black helicopter dropping insects on the crowd of a concert. No kidding. I'd like to see that. If you could find that again, I need to see that. Yeah, I crashed, man. I was up for around 20, 21 hours before I went to sleep last night. I crashed. But I was really excited. I mean, I got really pumped because this is the first time I've actually, instead of have them, they usually make some kind of noise at me. This was the first time I've heard chatter, and I was like, I was on that like flies on shit, man. I wasn't going to pass that up. I was not going to pass that opportunity up, and I wanted to get onto it and see what fresh stuff I found, which I found a couple different possible footprints. A really, really worn down trail, a decent sized worn down trail, and some other tree manipulations. None of it I can say is Bigfoot related. I can just say it's very possible that was Bigfoot related, and it was all from that area where that chatter was, where I heard that chatter last night, that samurai chatter. And the reason why I say that is because one of the words was very prevalent. I mean, you can't mistake it. What? And it was one of the things I heard. Book of what? Yeah, I know. I know. I do that to myself all the time, man. I really do. I'm always running 90 to nothing trying to get things done. I'm so dang backed up and busy, and it's just it catches up to me. I lose track of time so much. I do I lose track of time so much. I don't know how many times I've been sitting there doing something. I looked up and go, "Holy crap! It's 3 o'clock in the morning already." They probably were, Kevin. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. That was seriously what ran through my head because I was like, I don't like when I'm out in the woods, especially if I'm investigating. I don't like to wear bug spray. Which honestly, what works better than your off bug spray, you have to get it from Avon. It's called Skin So Soft. That stuff is amazing, amazing skeeter and tick repellent. But I don't like wearing it out there. Now, although I do wear it out there, so they be familiar with that smell. I don't know why. Just anytime I go out in investigation, I don't put it on. It's like I don't do it when I'm deer hunting. I don't put that stuff on me, even though the rest of the time I'm in the woods, I probably have. Which I got to order some more. I need to get now that Mom's no longer here. Um, I need to order some more Skin So Soft. I got to find somebody to order some from. But I don't wear it. I need to start, especially after today. My God, it was so freaking horrible. Thousands upon thousands of skeeters. And I think I've pulled about 30 or 40 ticks off me and killed. And I ain't had that many ticks on me at one time in the last 10 years combined. Yeah, Skin So Soft, man. You want a really good insect repellent, folks. Yeah, they do, Roxanne. I didn't think about that. You are correct. I'm so used to ordering it from my mom. I never thought about that. But really, if you want a very, very good skin repel or skeeter and tick repellent, there's another tick. Skin So Soft. I can't say enough about it. Yeah, there was a lot of spider webs too, Freaky. There was a lot of spider webs. There's a ton of spiders out there right now. That stands to reason. You got that many ticks, there's going to be that many spider webs. Which the whole thing when I was out there, I was like, man, these damn bats around here ain't doing their job. These damn skeeters are horrible. I mean, my bug zapper through when I post that video, you're going to hear my bug zapper just going off because the dang ticks are bad. Yeah, skin. So that's a little bit of an outdoor tip for you guys. You want a good investment if you want to wear a bug repellent, go to Avon, get Skin So Soft. We do. I'm trying to go camping, which I may try to go camping next weekend. If we do, I want to take my portable Wi-Fi with me, and I'll have to do the shows from my pop-up camper. Uh, so I'm not going to lie, it's not just a camping trip. I cannot go to a national park and not have investigative gear with me too. So I'm going to be having things set up as well. Not going to lie about it. So I'm still going to be doing some investigations and a little bit of work, even though I'm going to go camping to kind of. I was supposed to go camping this weekend, but with the storms, me and my buddy we pulled out. So we're going to try to go. So where I'm going is a place up in northwestern part of Missouri called the Onagoget. Oh my God, I am brain farting so bad right now. Onondagan State Park. It's got a large cave in it. So I mean, there's two things right there that I just cannot resist to doing while I'm up there. You got a large cave, and you got a state park which is all forested. Yep. Part of me is like, well, I'm taking investigative gear with me. Roxanne, don't tell folks you use cell phones as a hotspot. I've done that, but I've got a little portable hotspot that I take with me. Um, so I can't remember. I've got one through Verizon because Verizon's the only thing that works out here. The main internet I have is with Viasat. That's a satellite internet because that's all I'm so far out in the boonies. That's the best that I can do is satellite or like that little Wi-Fi pack. Um, so I'm going to take it with me. I'm hoping I can get good enough signal up there to where I can do some shows up there while I'm there. So I'm going up there to relax, but I'm also going up there to. I'm going to be doing some work while I'm up there too. So I've not. It's I can't remember how much it is, Roxanne. I'll have to look at it and I'll tell you later. Remind me later to look at it and I'll look it up. I can't remember how much it is off the top of my head. I think it's around $75 a month, something like that. I can't remember. It's on my Verizon bill, so I don't ever look at it. But so yeah, I'm gonna go camping next weekend. As long as everything works out. I may have to put it off till the weekend after. I don't know yet. We'll see how the money goes because I still got to get an engine put in my truck. Um, I've got the engine bought. 5 G's later, the engine's bought. It's still going to cost me $1,700 to put it in, and I've got to get it down there. So it's going to cost me to get it down there too. So yeah, it is what it is. But I'm going to take my little investigative pack with me, and we're going to go down there, and I'm going to do some looking around just as much as I am going to do some relaxation too. So, of course, up in that area, it's known as Momo up there. Um, Up north, that's where I'm from. I'm up from northern Missouri, from St. Joe, Missouri. We've always known them as Momo. That's how great grandpa always told me when Momo was in the area, he'd warn me. Down south here, they're known as Booger. Yep, that is a fact, Glades. Yes. The Appalachian cave map looks just like Quetzalcoatl shape. No kidding. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to look into that, Michelle. That is interesting. I never would have put those two together. So I'm gonna do a couple plugs here. Get down to my stuff. You can find me on Rumble. That's where I'm going to do my current events with the Bizarre and the Unknown. It's going to be directly on Rumble because I can talk more open on there. Yeah, yeah. Momo hit the news 1970, 72 or 74, 76 time frame. Yeah. Um, so you can find a lot of my stuff on Rumble. I'm going to be doing stuff on there that I can talk more freely on. My books are sold on Amazon. I've currently got 5 books out there: Saga Grimson Book One, The Beginning, Saga Grimson Book Two, Black Death. Saga Grimson Book One is a lot of short stories, kind of give you an idea how Grimson becomes Grimson. And Saga Grimson Book Two, Black Death, is based on the theory that the Dark Druids caused Black Death. So that takes place during that time. All my cryptid horrors are historical fictions as well. The actual time, actual places, actual people from that time frame are in those books. Um, then I've got the prequel to that that's out, which is called the Vangerian Guard, Book One, House of Battle, and that is off of the World War II outlawed stories of the German werewolves. And that's available as well. That's Kindle, hardback, paperback, and um, yeah, on those, yeah, on that one there, yeah. Yeah. If I can, if I'll try to look into that, Michelle. If I can remember. Um, so those are my historical fiction cryptid horrors. I have a sci-fi book called In Our Jar Book One Emergence, which takes place in the future, out in outer space, and it's a basically a outer space Viking type military setup, fighting what's called the Gru, which is your reptilian Draco style creature. So, and then I have a historical fiction that's out called The Dolphs Land Beyond. 3 out of my 5 books are available on audio. The others should be coming out soon. Saga Grimson Book 1 is on audio. In Our Jar is on audio. And the Dolphs are on audio right now. Vangerian Guard and book Saga Grimson Book 2 is in the works. Come on, you stupid computer. Do it. Thank you. Get caught up here. Thank you, Glades. I have fun writing them. I really do. I have fun writing them. KC News always talks about a sighting around Mountain View, Missouri. That's when Grandpa went, and I knew that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you guys ain't following my good brother William Nighthawk, his I Strange podcast channel, you can find him on YouTube at William Nighthawk 6630. The man is a fountain of knowledge, very, very, very well informed. I am truly honored and blessed to be a co-host with him on Saturday and Sunday mornings, sometimes on Friday nights. I encourage you guys to go and follow him. My good friend and fellow author, D.A. Roberts, he has a podcast known as D.A.X. Machina on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and look D.A.X. Machina podcast, you'll be able to find it. And look for his books on Amazon too. He's got 30 some odd books out. You can find him on Amazon as well. And his Western Cryptid Horror is Amazon #1 bestseller. I highly recommend going to finding him. Oh my God, I forgot to create that deal again. I don't know if I can create one while I'm live or not. Yes, I can. Give me 1 second, guys. Me and my fat fingers. If you guys ain't following Jessica Jones, she's the cryptid huntress. Really great researcher. Really great. Yeah, I need to. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I forgot I have my notepad right here. Let me get up to that notes. Thank you for reminding me, Roxanne. I brain farted that thing. I need to get some time to get to these notes. I've been so busy with other stuff, I haven't had time to look a lot of this stuff up. I got my notepad here. I do. It's just I have not had a chance to get to it. There's so much stuff on this notepad I got to look up because I've not had time to do it. And it kind of sucks because I've been so busy with so many other things. I've not even had a whole lot of time to write, and I need to get back into writing. I've got started chapter 12 of my the Two Brothers War and Turmoil, and I was finishing up chapter 3 to Saga Grimson book 3, Revenge of the Wendigo. But you can follow Jessica Jones, known as the Cryptid Huntress, on YouTube at the Cryptid Huntress. I highly recommend. I've been on her show a couple times. She's been on mine. Really, really, really good. Holy crap. So, one, I'm also realizing it's not missing. I'll have to make a new one up for it too. Is Jesus Payon Jr. He has got a YouTube channel known as Breaking Discoveries and Breaking Bigfoot. For those you may not know him, he is the actor that played in Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, and he's been in 50 other movies. The man is awesome. He's a phenomenal researcher. I've had him on my show. Really, really good guy. I'm gonna have to get a new banner. I thought I had his banner up here too, and I didn't. So I'm gonna have to get all that and get it up there. Another one to go to is Robbie Rip Range. He's a co-host on DX Machina. Him and Johnny have their own show called What's Really Out There. If you go to YouTube to What's Really Out There 7170, he calls that show DX Machina Light. And my God, him and Johnny do really good shows. Yeah, it'd be mind blowing to have a Bigfoot encounter. I generally think thoughts that I don't have any encounter, of course, not unless it has to be. I'm respectful with. Yeah, I mean, it's so, man. When you get to that point where you think you found something, let alone if you've seen something, man, your adrenaline just goes because you're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Every time I get just excited with the 100th footprint that I found as I did the first footprint I found. I get just as excited over a tree manipulation the 50th one I found versus they're just the same as the first one I found. The noises, I mean everything. I'm like a little kid in a candy store, man. I get so excited. It doesn't matter how many of them I've witnessed or I've experienced. I still get that same feeling every time. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean it's I love this stuff, man. I really love this aspect of my life, and the fact that I'm actually doing shows on it now is just I love it. It's so much fun. But get Robbie and Johnny a follow on what's really out there. If you guys have an encounter you want me to do a show on, if you want to be anonymous, I'll be anonymous. Um, but you can email me at cryptidandmythological.com or at gmail.com. Or if you just want to ask me a question, I'll try to find the answer to it. You can reach me there. That is the email for the show. Um, I do have a merch right now. I'm with Bonfire. I am looking at some other platforms to produce some better merch, but you can currently support the show by buying my merchandise like this shirt here on the Bonfire site there at the bottom. I'm always looking for, or I'm still looking for a lady who's seen Bigfoot in Wablo, Missouri to get permission to walk her woods. That'd be cool. Yes, Kevin, it really is a passion. I absolutely love it. I love history. And for me, these things are a part of our history. I love it. I mean, I just love history. So you can email me your stuff right. You can find my merchandise there. Um, I have an author's Facebook page, and anytime I come up with a new book cover idea, or I'll do my book updates, I'll put it out there on this my author's Facebook page here. I put different covers out there, and I'll let you the people, the readers, I'll let you folks vote on what book cover you like, and the one that wins ends up becoming the book cover of that book. That's my way of letting you, the readers who enjoy my books, contribute to my books because my books are for you guys. So to have you guys a part of it, um, I think it's wonderful. Yeah, that. Oh man, yeah, yeah, Glades. I mean, you never. I mean, all that stuff is always fascinating. I love it. If you haven't already, please hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Let's build this bizarre and unknown universe. I am truly thankful with all my new followers who just started following me. Thank you so much. I'm up to 210 followers. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. I'm truly thankful that you guys follow me. Another way you can support the show is you can buy me a coffee at the Bizarre and the Unknown. It's I can't get what is that called on Amazon or on YouTube. Anyway, I can't receive proceeds on YouTube. I don't have enough followers. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But you can go to Buy Me a Coffee, and that's another way to do it there too. Another one is I do have a Patreons page, and I'll be doing most of my lives. I'll do when I'm doing book updates. When I'm doing a live, when I'm working on a book, we'll be done on that show there. I also post some of this stuff on there as well, and I've got 3 tiers on there you can go off of. It's the Dranger, the Inharjar, and Odin tiers. So there's just different ways that you can support the channel. Um, I don't look for handouts. It's just I give you guys super chat. Thank you. Yes. But people like to, so this is just some ways I got to do it if you want to do it. So I always like to close out the show with the little poem I wrote. Um, this is very near and dear to me. I was going to change it up. I just haven't got around to do it because I still kind of like it. I mean, I may change it up one day, but right now I like how it is right now. And it goes like this: There comes a time when a warrior falls. They left this realm and will be missed by all. Raise a glass and keep them in your heart. They have kept this realm safe and performed their part. Look to your veterans, your active duty, and your EMTs, and the blue line. What they have done is walk that fine line. When the demon comes calling on your soul, they will be there to save us all. Hold them in your prayers, for they are deserving. They all have served or are serving. You guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was fun. I had a lot of fun doing this. So until my next show, peace, love, and blessings to you all, and be safe out there. And once again, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, and God bless you all.